It's Morphin Time! Mastodon, Pterodactyl, Triceratops, Saber-toothed Tiger, Tyrannosaurus.
What is up, geeks? So continuing with the Power Rangers Legacy figure reviews that I've been doing lately, today I have the Mastodon. I have the Black Ranger, Zach, and he's looking really cool. I am very excited to open this one up and take a closer look at the figure. Now let's take a look at the box here. So you can see that he comes with a few accessories, really just one. We have the blade blaster with the holster that attaches to the side. Now I did mention in another video that I wish that each of these guys came with their own specific weapon, but they all had the generic blade blaster that doesn't even switch to the gun mode. So that's a little bit of a bummer. But at least they do all come with a piece of the Megazord, so I'm excited to get all of them. I already actually have all of them, except for the Yellow Ranger. So I'm just missing one Ranger, which they haven't come out yet with. But they will eventually, I know that for sure. So I did do a review on the Red Ranger. I do have the Pink Ranger. Like I said, the Yellow Ranger, we're waiting for that. And I have the Blue Ranger as well. So stay tuned for those reviews, guys. So this is Series 2. The past two figures that I did reviews on, the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger, were from Series 1. So with Series 2, we have the blue, black, pink, and then the Red Ranger from space, and the Yellow Ranger from space as well. So now let's unbox the Black Ranger from the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series. Alright, so we have Zach out of the packaging, but before we get into all the details with the Black Ranger, let's first take a look at the accessories. So he comes with one of the arms, the left arm of the Megazord. So pretty cool. You have some basic swivel articulation here. Looks like this is going to connect to the shoulder joint, which is going to be a ball joint. And this part is actually articulated, so which helps with, you know, the articulation and this not getting in the way. This is the shoulder pad thing. There is no bicep swivel, but there is an elbow joint, a single joint there, so it can make a 90 degree articulation. So that's pretty cool. And it has an open hand, so you can carry the power sword or whatever accessory. I'm not sure if the Megazord will actually come with an accessory, to be honest. Oh, it looks like this is actually a ball joint for the hand, so you can move it around like that. Anyway, he does come with the blade blaster, which we saw with the Red Ranger as well. So like I said, there is no articulation. It would have helped a lot, so that way you can convert it to the blade mode, the gun mode. But we just have it as the blade. So that's okay. It's a little bit warped. You can see there. It kind of goes off to the side. It comes with the holster, which attaches to his belt, which is pretty nice. There we go. So that looks pretty good. But anyway, let's take a closer look at the figure itself. Now these things are really well made. These are meant for adult collectors. So let's focus here on the details. Loving the paint detail on the head, actually. They did really well with the lines. Very nice and clean. I've been saying with this whole series that their paint is pretty superb, I have to say. As far as the plastic they go for, it seems a little bit cheap. The sculpting isn't the best, but you know, for a $20 figure, I have to say it's pretty good. So the paint here, I like the really shiny gray that they went for, the silver. For his eyes, they went with a shiny yellow paint there. It's not as clean as the other side, the left eye, but the right eye is pretty good. So they did well there. Now I love the power morpher details. You can even make out the Mastodon here. And that's so small and intricate, and they did a really good job with that. Now there is a bit of it's a minor complaint, but the morpher should have some black in here where the lightning bolts are. but they don't have that. So that's not a huge crazy complaint. Of course, it also has the Power Rangers on the top and the bottom, but you know, the detail would be so small that they probably wouldn't be able to do it unless they used a sticker, but that would look pretty cheap. I do like the holster, very nice. Now I notice his belt is silver compared to white, which is pretty interesting. I don't think all of them have that. I think the Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, yeah, I don't remember all of them having any of them having silver. Maybe just the Black Ranger, but that's pretty cool. That thing looks pretty well done right there. Now, I think another thing that's really great with this is the articulation. We'll get that into that in a second, but I'm just trying to admire all the sculpting and the paint that they went into. What's really cool is that with the ab articulation, they still sculpted out the diamond here, and they also painted it, which is nice. So that way, you know, when you're moving the figure around. Now, it's not going to line up perfectly, but it's cool that they still included that. And they did, it's not needed in the back, but they did that in the front, which is pretty nice. I like that. I did really like the silver that they used for all the Power Rangers. I think it looks great for the mouthpiece. So overall, very well done. I'm loving how the Black Ranger looks. Very nice. It comes with two typical open hands, so you can hold the blade blaster in either one. And I'll get into that later. But let's get into the articulation first. So the head can rotate left and right. It can go up and down pretty well. Down a lot more, which is very nice. The shoulder joint, it's on a nice ratchet joint. I don't remember the red one being this ratchety, but this one's nice. I like the ratchet joints because it really allows for a nice structure, so that way it doesn't get loose over time, especially being in the same pose. Bicep swivel, great. Double jointed elbows, which I love. It has that glove cut right here, so I could rotate. It has a nice ball joint over here for the hand. Now, I did say that it's a bit more fragile for these figures. It could, you know, definitely come off pretty easily, and I'm sure the joint can break if you really tried to without much effort, to be honest. It has a nice waist cut. Of course, I talked about the ab articulation before, and it really crunches. Very nice. These guys can do splits, which is essential for Power Rangers. You have the double jointed knees. You have the boot cut, which is nice, and the very great range of articulation for the feet. So you have the ankle rocker joint, ankle pivot. Very, very nice. This one's a bit loose. I don't like that. But this one seems to be a lot better. So, very well done. Loving this figure. So, let's get him in a nice, decent pose with the Blade Blaster. Alright, so we got him posed with the holster on the side that just connects like that with a peg, and then we have the Blade Blaster in his right hand. So it looks pretty good. I think I'm in love with these Legacy figures. I think they're really great. Actually, they're fun to play with too. I've been playing with my toys again, but and great to pose. Love posing these guys. So let me show you how it looks with the Red and Green Ranger too. So we have the Red and Green Ranger with the Black Ranger. So we're really starting to make this look great with the Rangers. I can't wait till I unbox all of them with the pink and the blue, and finally when they come out with the yellow, just have all these guys posed together. It's gonna be great. And of course the White Ranger too. We can't miss out on the White Ranger. I'm sure they're gonna come out with that in a future release. Not sure, hopefully Series 3 comes with the Yellow Ranger and the White Ranger. That way we could really round out the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger series. Maybe in Alpha 5, who knows. We never even talked about the bad guys too, Rita Repulsa. How about a Goldar, especially being that he's going to be in the new movie based on the Mighty Morphin series. So I hope you guys like this review. I will have pictures at the end of the video like I always do with the Black Ranger, and I'm definitely gonna include the Red Ranger and the Green Ranger with those pictures as well. So I hope you guys like the review. Please keep watching. Now please stay tuned, guys. I do have the Blue Ranger and the Pink Ranger up next for reviews. So stay tuned for those, and I hope you guys liked this video. And stay tuned for the giveaway, guys. So until next time, embrace, express, and enjoy yourself. May the Force be with you always, my young Padawan.